the iridescent multicolor limited edition color for men's. So if you're looking for a new bag and you haven't checked out the Louis Vuitton men's section, I think you're really sleeping and you got to check it out. These new additions are fantastic. They're a great option if you're not 100% into the Murakami. I know I did like it, but it wasn't exactly my favorite. And it's also very hard to get a hold of. So this was a very cool multicolor alternative. I want to walk you guys through it, tell you how I got it. As this thing is not on the website, I had to talk to my CA about it. This is going to be a very limited edition item and it's going to be hard to get. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Lexi. This is Lexi Hill's channel. And if you like designer items, chatting about cool, what's new, what's coming out, limited edition, including clothing, shoes, bags, hit like, subscribe. You'll be notified of new videos if you also hit the bell. Okay, so let's talk more. So again, I purchased this March 17th. I believe the collection came out March 3rd, but it was early March. And this is part of the men's spring summer 2025. It is the iridescent collection. So it's all got these multicolor, kind of the rainbow shading. It's got a really cool shine to it because this is made in the canvas with cowhide leather accessories, the silver finish, but it's almost like a gunmetal silver. It's not a very shiny silver, which I kind of like. It almost has that like worn natural look to it. And it comes with a luggage tag as well as this cool headphone accessory. On the inside, it's got a very cool limited edition textile interior that's very similar to this kind of headphone look. So let's walk you through this bag a little bit more. Okay, so this bag is, if you were to purchase it in Canadian, is $3,750. I'm going to say that this is going to be low 3,000s, high 2,000s in USD. I can't tell you exactly because this is not available online again. So this I only got through my CA. I have a good relationship with her and I kind of told her I'm very into speedies and this is something that I have tried to grow from, but I'm finding is a bit of a challenge. I really, really love the shape of a speedy because I feel like I can fit a lot in a bag and there's so many cool options. Of course, everyone would die for the P9, but I do have a very old kind of slouchy denim from the 90s. I also have kind of some of the newer items and I would love to get my hands on something small like a Speedy 18 or 20. And so I kind of told her that I was looking for a smaller Speedy and I wanted something colorful, fun. I dress very sporty, so I was looking for something a bit more athletic. And some of the Keepalls in the men's section kind of caught my eye. And we saw this bad boy is coming out. I saw it in some of the other men's collection in kind of this almost, I don't want to call it a cream and I don't want to call it a white, but a very, very light gray almost. And it has the same coloring on it. However, I wasn't a huge fan of the gray. I wouldn't have been opposed to the gray. It just looks a little faded in my opinion. I think it's really cool for an accessory, but for something every day, I wanted a little bit more vibrancy. And I feel like these colors on the black looks exceptional. I am planning on getting this initialed and I'm just debating on color. I'm thinking maybe the blue because it's quite the beautiful, vibrant blue. But yeah, I used it for the first time today and it was abysmal outside. It was sleeting / raining / snowing at some points. And it was nice to be able to take this out with the treated cowhide leather, knowing that it's not going to stain something like the vachetta, which I have on my Graceful. So if you're in a climate, especially in Canada, if you're on the prairies or, you know, you live in kind of on the coast where there's a lot of rain or snow, then this is kind of nice to have this as an option because you can keep it really clean. First, I'll tell you the dimensions. So this is 9.8 width by 5.9 height and 4.3 inches in width. So let's see how accurate that is. So it looks like the length is pretty close. I'd say it's more about 9.5 inches. And it's got a little bit of give, as you can see. It's almost bowled out. For the width on the widest is close to 4.3. And height, we're looking at about 5.5. I wouldn't quite say 5.9 is pretty generous. Either way, you'd be surprised how much you can fit in this bad boy. So the other thing it comes with is the adjustable strap. What's really nice about this strap is the Keepalls come with these extra shoulder pad. So a little bit of extra comfort there. and there are 9 holes. So you could really make this into a shoulder bag if you wanted to, which I probably will in the future. But this drop changes from 21.7 to 24.8 according to the website. And I've got it about on the mid right now, which is the way I picked it up. And for reference, I'm 5'5", and that hits me perfectly for crossbody. So it's nice that this men's has a lot of options. And like I said, the accessories are kind of bigger, and they're this almost gunmetal gray. Let's see if I can give you a closer look here. Right? So it gives kind of this like worn look, but it looks intentional. It doesn't look old, which I find quite surprising and pretty cool to pull off. And I'll give you a better idea of the color here. So it kind of goes from this dark, rich, ruby red, almost ruby pink, to this electric blue. I love all of these colors. Gemstone colors are my favorite. So this to me is the perfect bag. Right now, I do have an organizer in it. I would say 99% of my bags have organizers, not just because I like to keep the shape a little bit more, but also because I don't want to damage the interiors. I can be a little rough. Life can be a little busy having a little one with you. So I try to just protect them as best I can. And this has a textile interior. So why don't I show you the interior once I show you what's in my bag? Okay, so to start, I have my mini pochette accessories. Generally, I keep car keys. I'm a bit of a lipstick fanatic, so I've got quite a few lipsticks in here, and then a bag holder. So that's in here. I have got my key pouch. I've got my work pass, a little change pouch I keep, my wallet. Again, this is from the men's section, and it has been fantastic. This baby is, I think, 12 years old at this point. The reason I like this one from the men's section, it's got extra slots compared to kind of the Romy. I think I might be getting a new one. If they came out with a limited edition color, I would have to get it. This thing has held up beautifully. It's a wonderful, wonderful wallet. I've also got a pair of sunglasses in kind of almost like a puffer pouch. And I've got a hair tie. There are a couple slots in this purse organizer, but I haven't really organized it very well yet. Let me just pull this out so I can show you guys the interior because it is quite cool. So you could definitely fit more than what I have in there. I would also throw my phone in on occasion, a couple little things, maybe some snacks if I'm out with my daughter. And that was very comfortable. That was not stuffed. You could definitely fit more in there. So on the inside, it says Louis Vuitton. It's got a kind of a white cream background. And then it's got this cool headphone tangled look, very similar to this keychain you can see here. It's still got the plastic on it because I'm a little neurotic. So, all right. So you can see on the inside here that it says Louis Vuitton, and it's got this kind of cool design. So I put, again, the purse organizer. I just generally order these off of Etsy inside of here just so that I don't damage the interior. But this is canvas on the outside, so it is a little bit more durable in that sense. Right, so when everything is in here, including my sunglasses, I'll give you a look as to how much space there is. There's still quite a bit. You could add some on top. It also, I believe, would fit like a Kindle. Let's check my iPad. So this is an iPad mini. You could fit it in there, actually. I'm pretty impressed by this right now. So my iPad mini does fit in there, and I could just move my sunglasses. And again, still, I don't feel that I'm overstuffing the case. I would just have to take. So it's a little tighter than generally what I like to do. It's going to feel a little heavy, but I'm very impressed at how much this bag can fit. For me, this is a great everyday bag, especially given the durability. The cowhide leather with the black is also going to be a lot easier. Something I also really love about this bag is the silver hardware. A lot of Louis Vuitton bags are gold, and although I do wear gold frequently, I do really love silver. So it's nice to be able to change it up. Now, this item is M13935. I've been checking. I still haven't seen it come up on the website. When this week came out, there was only 3 in Canada, and I managed to snag one. So thank you to my CA for that, because I thought about it for a day and then we almost didn't get it. So that was a little stressful. But again, don't sleep on the men's collection, guys. The men's is got so many nice things. And I find that it's kind of cool to get the more limited edition items. I do have kind of a couple of the more typical ones, as you can see here, but I think that I'm going to start transitioning to some of the more limited edition because it's so fun to have something that's got a little bit more extra personality. Thanks for watching. I would love to know if you guys have some really cool limited edition men's items. I would love to know more if you guys have some really cool Keepalls. Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to check them out. I love learning about new, new to me limited edition items. And if you haven't already, if you could like and subscribe, I would love to help grow my channel. And that way you can get to see more content because I love talking about all these designer items. Feel free to leave comments in the section. I'd love to have a chat. I think this is more about having a cool community to talk with. So